Thank you.
It's a story that you've been following since July, and Not on Your Side has been there every step of the way.
In tonight's Not on Your Side Crime Watch, a family's heartbreak relived today as a judge decides how much time their son's confessed killer will spend in prison. Kevin Keene was in the courtroom today. He joins us live now where Sterling Lytle died, Alvernon near Pima Street.
Yeah, Jennifer, this is the general area where Tucson police say a man ran over and killed Sterling Lytle back in June. In December, we told you about this plea agreement. The man responsible for that death pleaded guilty. Today, the judge decided that man's prison sentence after hearing from both sides. The mother of Sterling Lytle asked the judge to send Jesus Xavier Zepeda, her son's confessed killer, to prison for the maximum time allowed under the plea deal, 8 years.
I'd like to show you a picture.
Sarah Barcelo Lytle spoke of her son's life and showed Judge Scott Rash a picture of Lytle, then another image.
This is my son in his coffin.
She asked Zepeda to look at the picture. He did not. Zepeda's attorney asked the judge for the minimum prison time, 4 years.
Javier made some bad choices that night.
He argued that night Zepeda simply tried to point out to Lytle's driver that his car lights were off, and things got out of control in part because that driver was drunk. Zepeda spoke, adding,
"It's awful what happened. I could go on forever, but nothing's ever going to make this right."
The judge's sentence, 6.5 years in prison for negligent homicide.
I guess it's better than 4 years.
Outside the courthouse, Barcelo Lytle and family embraced.
While I would have liked to have seen life, that wasn't going to happen. 8 years is a long time for someone's life, but Sterling will never have an opportunity to come out of his grave and live life.
Zepeda's family and friends also spoke.
We feel like it was just a failure of the justice system to hold the right people accountable. Even though Javier may have not turned himself in accordingly, there was more people the other driver that took a large role in the outcome of the unfortunate death of Mr. Sterling Lytle.
You'd believe that justice would be served. Do you think it has been?
There's never going to be enough justice for taking Sterling's life. Never. Ever. Okay? But I think the justice system did what they set out to do.
A lot of emotions in that packed courtroom today. Around 75 people were there. The judge also heard from other family and friends who also asked the judge for the maximum sentence allowable under that plea deal. And the judge said beforehand that he had received hundreds of letters through the mail before the sentencing. Live in Midtown, Kevin Keene, KGUN on your side.
So much emotion in this case. Kevin, how did Zepeda act, and what would you describe as some of his emotions and his appearance during the sentencing?
Yeah, there was a good hour when family and friends were speaking to the judge, and during that entire time, Zepeda was either looking at the floor or looking directly at the judge. And when it came time for sentencing, he was alert and looking at the judge.
Kevin, thank you.